What's good, everybody? I'm TJB and welcome back to my Saturday Specials beatmaking series. Alright, so today I got two jazz records again. One is a little more traditional and the other is a little more left field, using it's a little more synth based. So both these records have an intro I think I can pull from them, and I think I combine them to make something a little more spacey and a little more left field. And I think we might be able to also add some drum breaks, some trap drums, maybe an 808. I don't know, we'll see what happens when we throw it on, but I think we got a recipe for making something pretty interesting. We're gonna get these records recorded on my MPC, and I guess we'll see what we can do with these and make something a little bit more left field. But real quick, before I get in the video, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment, let me know what you think of the beat. As always, if you like these videos and the beats that I make, I got a ton of my music available on streaming. It all ranges from instrumental projects I've made, like my Saturday Specials instrumental album, to albums like the one I'm wearing on my shirt right now, like LT with my rapper friends Lennon Ledesma and LaRoot. Links to all my socials and where you can stream all of my music is available in the description and a pinned comment in the comments. As always, all the support is greatly appreciated. Now let's get back in the video. Alright, so that was the more traditional jazz record. Now for the more abstract one. Alright, and that was the more abstract jazz record. I think I'm going to start with that first record and see what we can pull out from it. I'm going to start by normalizing it. Picked out as many notes as I possibly could, and I think we can use this to chop over some drums in just a little bit. But before we get there, I think I'm going to pull out as many sounds as I can out of the other sample, so just kind of it all planned out in our head. Alright, starting by pitch shifting it. Alright, and we got some slices from the other sample. Honestly, after slicing both of these up, I'm not really sure which one I'm going to start with, but as usual, when I don't know where to start, we're going to start with the drums. So, and again, I'm not really sure if I want more like trappier sounding drums or if I want a drum break. Or not, actually. No, I think I want to get some, I want to do some trap drums. Ish. They're not really going to be that trappy, but they're going to be something. Looking at about 89 BPM based on that second sample. All right, so I got a pretty airy kick and a few snares that got a lot of reverb to them, and I think that's what I'm looking for. I don't think I like the drums I picked out, so we can find a drum break. I like this one. I have to layer another one with it though. Also think I want to pitch shift it a few semitones. Okay, let's get this into a sample program. I'm gonna start chopping it up. I didn't like that one either. Let's try another one. Alright, let's time stretch this by like 86%. All right, let's try this one. That's a lot better. Okay, finally got some drums we like. It only took 3 tries. And I think we can use that little rattle sound from the original drum break we tried to use to layer into here. Gotta do a little bit of editing and effects on these drums, I think. Mainly just like adding a tail to the drum program. Maybe the second one just needs like a reverb. All right, that sounds a lot better. All right, so I think there's a lot we can do with that more abstract jazz sample, to be honest. I think so. We got the bass 4-bar loop that we have with the little piano and the drum break, and there's a lot and I think we can have more. We kind of have that 4-bar loop running for the whole beat, and we can kind of bring in different aspects of this other sample in and out like every 4 bars. EQ that sample a little bit, bring out some low end. Take out the low end. Maybe we'll add a chorus too. All right, so let's hit the arrange sequence here, and then we'll double the length of this, and we'll do another little chop. Okay, let's go over those effects real quick. For the second sample, I added a kill EQ to take out the low end so we can have room for bass in a little bit. I added a chorus and a flanger. Really liking how this is turning out so far. It's pretty out there, which was exactly what we're trying to do. I think to finish this beat out, all we got to do is add some kind of bass. I'm not really sure what kind of bass I want to go with here. And then I might try to bring in some of the horn, like the played horn that was part of the more traditional jazz sample. But I don't know, we'll see about that when we get there. Okay, I think I found the bass patch I want to use. I don't think that's the bass to use. Damn! Alright, it's fine. I think that's it. Alright, so a little bit of a distortion to this 808. That's good. All right, now I'm going to see if I can try to add that little horn section of the more traditional jazz sample. like how that's coming together so far. It's gonna be a nice piece to bring in and out of the beat. All I did was add a chorus to that horn, and I think we finished the beat. So we combined two different jazz samples today. So the first one we used as the basis of the beat. It was a little more traditional. We pulled out a bunch of keys from it, chopped it over some very mediocre drums that we laid down to begin with, and then we also added the other sample in the background of this, and I think that turned out pretty nice. We struggled to find some drums for a little bit. Ended up finding a drum break I really liked and just kind of looped it, and it kind of fit the spacey sound that we have a lot better than anything I was coming up with. And we use a lot of effects to exaggerate the spacey sound that we had going, like adding reverbs, delays, flangers, choruses onto the samples that we have. It kind of makes it sound very, I don't know, it kind of sounds like you're in space, and I like that. Then what we did to top off the beat was just add an 808, super basic. Then we added that horn sample from that original jazz sample we used that was more traditional, and we can use that as more of like a, possibly like a hook piece to kind of bring in and out of the beat. But that's the beat. I'm gonna go mix, master, and arrange this in Ableton. Really appreciate if you made it this far in the video. As always, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment, let me know what you think of the beat. And again, if you like these videos and the beats that I make, I got a ton of my music available on streaming, all ranging from instrumental projects to albums I've made with my rapper friends. As always, all the support is greatly appreciated, and I'll catch you in the next one.